Alright, hello there guys, NovemberJoy here, and the last part we fully completed World 5, my favorite world, one of my favorite worlds in the game actually. I, I don't like it quite as much as World 4, but it's still pretty good. But you might be wondering like why I have, why my statistics and all that are a little bit different. Well, that's because I tried to make this part before, but the recording failed. Let's just say that it failed. I don't want to give any more detail. But basically, I just threw out the recording, but I already save stated while I was in the middle of making that part, so I had to play through the entire game all over again to get back to this point. But anyway, now that I'm here, I should probably just get started. And by the way, I think my inventory is full. Yep, it is. Oh wait, whoop. I accidentally did that. That's what the cloud does. Let's just pass by one of the level tiles. But anyway. I won't actually be keeping the Tanuki suit because a fire flower is far more useful here. It's way easier to do stuff in this level when you can just burn everything that's in your way, because this level has some very annoying enemies in the form of these, these spike plants. Basically, they keep blowing the spike ball above their heads, and whenever they blow the ball up high, that's when you're supposed to jump over them. But a lot of the time, it's a little hard to jump over them with that timing. So, but anyway. Thankfully, it's a relatively short level. You don't have to do it very long. Okay, so that's a flower. Alright, well, that works. I got a flower. It's better than what I would have gotten otherwise, but anyway. Let's go to level 2. And of course, as you can see, it's an auto-scrolling level. Except this one has ice. Which of course makes it twice as nice. Alright, so basically you just have to try to keep up and make sure you don't get trapped behind the walls that are here. And right here, they put a gigantic wall here, and it starts scrolling upwards, so you can actually get over the wall. Just make sure you don't get left behind, or else you're pretty much done. And this is a multiple coin block, so you can get a... I actually got a 1-up from that, wow. Didn't expect that. Alright, so when this camera starts scrolling down, don't try to go too fast, otherwise it'll count as you falling into a pit, and you'll probably end up dying. And there's a 1-up up there, even though the block gets scrolled off screen, you can still hit it, thankfully. Ooh, yes, 3 stars. I wonder, will I actually hit, like, the cap on the number of lives you can have? I might, I don't know. I might accomplish that one, but whatever. And we got a hammer here. This hammer actually isn't very useful, at least for this world, because don't break this rock with the hammer. This rock is a trap. Basically, if you use the hammer on it, then that pipe that it's blocking just leads right back to that pipe right near the start. So it's a complete and utter waste. But anyway. Alright, let's see what we can get here. A flower. Replace the hammer, but whatever. My inventory is really, really full, as you can see. And it's mostly full of stuff that I don't want to use. But, whatever. I'll just use some of these mushrooms just to get rid of them. Alright, well, I didn't want to have to do that, but whatever. Inventory was too full. Anyway, this one doesn't auto-scroll, but it's definitely harder than number 2. now you can do... just make sure you jump up there with proper timing or else you'll get hit by the Koopa. And if you don't have a tail, then you'll have to try to carry the shell over here to hit that block if you want to power up. Alright, so as you can see, here's another thing. You have to jump over the wall and land on the platform. For some reason this world has a weird, like, it really seems to like making you jump over walls. I want to grab that. Oh, there we go. I was even trying to hit it with my tail, but if you don't have a tail, then you're gonna have to bounce off of one of those Koopas to actually get to the exit. But anyway, that's the end of level 3. And one other thing I'd also like to say while I'm here, this is also probably one of the longest worlds in the game. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Now, the biggest thing you have to worry about here are all the fireballs. Ooh, that was close. Anyway, and that block back there did contain a power-up, but it's very risky to try to go for the power-up. You'll probably end up falling off the platform if you do. And even if you do end up actually hitting the block, you won't be able to get the power-up. Anyway, after you're finished with that short little ride, now you gotta deal with tons of nuclear waffles. I'm talking like there's an insane number of these things in this one area. Thankfully, you can get a star here, and then you can get a power-up while completely ignoring the waffle. And then the only thing I have left to do is beat up Boom Boom once again. Now, he's supposed to have wings here, but as you can see, he never got the chance to even use the wings, because I just beat him up so quickly. And also, I'm gonna try ignoring the spade houses for time, since I shouldn't really be needing the lives anyway. Alright, there we go. There's a whole bunch of spinny platforms at the beginning. Just make sure you don't get spun off, and this block down here contains a 1-up, but it's very risky to try to go for it. Especially if you do like that. Alright, there we go. That actually worked. What the hell? Why do I keep falling into this pit? Alright, so anyway, whoa. You don't see that one coming. That block does contain a power-up, but I wouldn't advise you to go for it. At least not in a lot of cases, unless you really need the power-up. Alright, there we go. We got another star, and we finished the level. Alright, so... Okay, 20 and... Oh, well, I know where I can find a flower next time I get the in-spade. Alright, let's go to level 5. So, actually has some very interesting design, but... I'm going to show you the right way to get through it. Now, the quickest way, if you already have a leaf, you can go through that pipe, and basically, that block contains a power-up that respawns every time you go into the room. So gotta run over here, and for some reason, this Koopa will only appear if you come from the left, which is really odd, but whatever. What the? Okay, I guess I spent too long running. Ah, of course the Koopa dies, so... Reload the state. Oh, the Koopa actually appeared. Alright, so you gotta fly up this area with a shell, then throw it so you can get rid of the two nippers and break all the blocks so you can actually get to the exit. Alright, that took a bit longer than it should have. I'm sorry about that, guys, but anyway, we got another... We got 3 stars, so now we get another 5 lives. Alright, let's deal with these Hammer Brothers. Alright, so we get another star, which I don't need. Oh, you want to fight me? Too bad, you gotta fight me anyway. Alright, there we go. Now this one gives me a cloud, another thing that I don't need. I wish there was just a way to get rid of items without having to use them, but... Anyway, now for this level... This one has a weird thing with Cheep Cheeps jumping out of water. Thankfully, it's not a water level, but it's the closest thing you'll get to one at this point in the world. And this star is very useful, but anyway, now it turns into a water level. So the beginning makes you think that it's not going to be a water level, but it actually is. But anyway. You gotta try to carefully swim around these fish. And of course a flower would be very helpful in a situation like this, so... There we go. Ah, that one sucked. Okay, now this one's gonna be a bit of a problem, because there's 3 spikes in this one little hallway. Come on, walk toward me. There we go. And there's also a piranha plant and a jumping Cheep Cheep in these pools of water. And another spike right there near the exit. And guess what? There's another spike right near the exit. But anyway, we finally finished that level. That one was a bit more difficult than the last one, I can say that. So anyway, this mushroom house is another special one, basically. It will always give you one thing, and that one thing just happens to be the rarest item in the game, the hammer suit. Now here's one thing that you could use the hammer for if you want to skip level 7, but I don't want to skip level 7, so... But whatever, we'll just do it. Of course, I can understand why you would want to skip level 7, because it's another jumping stage. And another auto-scrolling icy jumping stage. Oh. That was a bad idea. Alright. There we go. That guy is kind of annoying, honestly. As you can see, this level is almost entirely made up of donut blocks. You know, the kind that fall whenever you stand on them very long. So that gets a bit annoying. Anyway, we do not need that fire flower, so... As you can see, it starts scrolling upwards very quickly, so you need to be prepared for that. And now right here, here's an opportunity for the level to become impossible. Because if you stand on this donut and you don't use the opportunity to jump to that, to jump over there to the note blocks in the pipe, then you're pretty much screwed and there's no way you can beat the level anymore. And here's another thing that's introduced here. If you have a fire flower, and you can melt blocks of ice, and anything that's within that ice, ice becomes active again. So right here, there's some frozen coins that you can melt them and collect them, but a fire flower, so let's just ignore them and grab another star. Getting really lucky with these stars for some reason. All right, increase the volume a little bit. And here's the second fortress of World 6. This one's made up pretty much almost entirely of ice for some reason. And it's also full of sideways thwomps. Aw, that one kind of sucked. I thought I could drop down there before it actually slid over, but... This one could be a little bit tricky, although the ice makes it a little bit less tricky. You have to slide under that little one-block gap. And of course, you also have to worry about more of these nuclear waffles. Now you have to jump for the exits real quickly to avoid getting smashed by that thwomp, and now you have to jump on Boom Boom once again. But as you can see, that isn't the end of World 6. We still have more levels to go through, so we got level 8 right here. And this level is really weird, because for some reason, even though this is supposed to be the ice world, it takes place in a grassland. Like, what, did they put this level in the wrong place? In the wrong world or something? And also, this Koopa can be somewhat useful to knock out some of these nippers for you. And this block actually does contain a power-up, so... Oh look, I made a 4. A perfect 4. Interesting. Alright, so let's get rid of these nippers by tail whipping them, because that's probably the best way that I know of to get rid of them. For some reason, there's a P-switch here for some reason, but I still have no idea what it's for, or what it's even supposed to do here. But anyway, let's just run for the exit and get another 3 stars. We got 96 lives, we're only 3 more from reaching the cap of 99. Okay, flower and flower, there we go. Mushroom, no, that's another flower. 20 coins, and that's a star. Well, I got a flower, that's better than nothing. And as you can see, this world has 3 fortresses, and it has more levels. In fact, this is the only world that actually has 10 numbered normal levels in it. So anyway, here's level 9. See, this is another world where you have to go down here, and it's another water level, just like we saw earlier. Except this one also introduces a new enemy, the blooper nanny. They act just like regular bloopers, except they have babies, and they'll send those babies to do a kamikaze mission against you. For some reason, those babies can also Those babies can also swim through thin air, which is very odd, but anyway. Now, P-switches have one other effect that we haven't seen up until now. If you push one, then all the munchers that are in the area turn to coins, which is very useful. Now, you want to try to go up to this pipe to be able to beat the level, but anyway. That is the end of level 9. By the way, if you can make the jumps, then I'd advise you to take the upper path in the level, but anyway, here's level 10. This is the only world in the game to have a level 10, as I said before. Ouch. That one kinda sucked, actually. See, there's a reason that I've been save-stating. This is the point where the game starts actually getting really hard. Having a fire flower here is actually very useful to be able to just blow away some of the enemies that are in your way. And wait, can I? No, I can't. I believe there's a P-switch somewhere in this level that would allow you to turn these munchers into coins, so you can get into this pipe. And I think there's a hammer suit in there, but the only problem is I don't remember where the P-switch is. I know that I've seen. I know that I was able to find that room before when I was like a little kid, but I have no idea where it is now, so I'm just gonna try to beat the level, which thankfully I was able to do. Alright, so now it's time for the third and final fortress of this world. You see what I mean? I think this is the longest world in the game, although I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, this one relies a whole lot on spikes and conveyor belts and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna lure this ghost away from the conveyor belt so I can actually jump. Ah, there we go. Okay, you can grab a leaf. You can grab a leaf there, but make sure you don't get hit by the stretch. And as you can see, here's another time where you can find stretches in this game. Pretty much until you get to the very end, and there's like a non-stop barrage of invincible obstacles to dodge. But anyway, it also contains this room, which is a very unique room, actually. Basically, you have to wait for it to get to the top. And you have to make sure these ghosts don't destroy you while you're waiting. But anyway. Alright, since I succeeded, now the only thing we have left to do is beat Boom Boom for the last time for this world. Oh, what? I got hit by him? Wow, that was really dumb of me. Now you also officially have 1 million points, which is pretty cool, but anyway. Before I start off, I'd like to get a power-up real quick. Well, I'll just go for a fire power since I have so many of them. Now, this king was turned into a seal, as you can see. He's balancing the crown on his nose like a ball. It's kind of funny, I guess. But anyway, this airship is frozen over, which is why it's blue. At least that's the theory that I have. I mean, why else would an airship be blue? This airship also has tons of these bolts that you have to jump on. Now, like, you see these bolts on earlier airships, but this is the first time where you have to jump on them to be able to get across pits. Like this one. There is no way you can ever cross this pit without either, like, using a P-wing, which lets you fly infinitely, or without using those bolts. So anyway. But oddly enough, that's the last of the bolts that you'll see for this level. From here on, it's all just flamethrowers. Although, I think they really overdid it on the flamethrowers for this area. Aww. And you can also grab a power-up like that. But you better make sure that the screen doesn't leave you behind, or that you don't fall to back down. So if you fall back down, it'll probably say, "Oh, you fell off the screen," and take away a life. Anyway, now it's time for the boss. And this is probably one of the more interesting bosses in this. You see all the other Koopalings, they shoot wand blasts at you. He shoots actually shoots balls at you. Thankfully, the balls aren't all that difficult to dodge. Now, I'd say he's actually one of the easier Koopalings. I mean, if you don't get bad luck with the balls. But anyway, you finally finished World 6. And what is wrong with the king? What's with his hair? His face? Ugh. There's something wrong with that man. Really, there is. But anyway. Greetings, I am well. Please retrieve the magic whistle hidden in the darkness at the end of the third world. Which she means World 1-3, actually. Where you can run behind the goal. Actually, I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you, Princess Toadstool. But anyway, we'll be starting World 7 in the next part, and I really hope you enjoyed this part, because I had to play the entire game all over again to be able to re-record this part. I'm really sorry about the delay, guys, but anyway, I will be seeing you guys later. For now, goodbye.